Hello everybody and welcome on board this Moody for a look around her upper deck to give you an idea of her layout, where things are, what's included in her sail, etc, etc. So as you can see, I'm standing looking towards the starboard quarter, and we've got the aft coach roof in view. So beneath that coach roof is a lovely aft cabin, but we're going to look at the outside in this video. So as you can see, there's lots of room, so you could potentially lounge here. I know her current owners have stored a dinghy here in the past, so there's plenty of room. Nice hatch here for ventilation or escape from the aft cabin, and we've got nice grab rails port and starboard as well to steady yourself as you're making your way about in the seaway. Now a really good feature of this boat that I like is the fact that we've got the main sheet traveller on the after coach roof, so where we have nothing inside the cockpit itself, so it's nice and clear, nice and safe. So unless you're really tall, you shouldn't be banging your head on the boom, etc. But I would say that I think it's probably possible for this boat to be sailed with most of the cockpit tent erected, although that obviously is going to narrow down your view a little bit, but it is something that you could perhaps consider. And of course you can control the traveller and the sheet from the aft end of the cockpit, so it's something to think about there. Just looking up, you can see we've got the great big B&G scanner there. We've got two large solar panel arrays there as well on a really very sturdy feeling fabricated archway. And if you just come down to the back end of the boat, you can see we've got a decent sized bit of deck here for getting for utilizing the swim ladder at the back, so getting in and out, etc. There is plenty of room up here, and of course we've got two lovely great big cleats there as well for berthing. Nice to see good strong gear. On the back end we can see we've got a John Boy, we've got a throwing ring, we've got a life raft, we've got a small outboard engine and a rescue line. Oops, that was my knee. Not to worry. And generally speaking, feels like we've got a really useful space back here. Very good indeed. Now carrying on along the we'll move around the starboard side, but just pause to look at the cockpit tent. So it looks like it's in really nice contemporary material. I don't think it's that old. You could probably do with a valet before, and there's a little bit of green appearing on the starboard side here, but that looks like it will probably come off with a proper professional valet, so I'd do that before it's too late. But coming along the starboard side here, you can see we've got nice reasonably wide side decks, really easy to get along. And then once we're out of the cockpit tent or the spray hood, whichever configuration you have it going at sea, we've got good strong guardrails here. Here's a garden gate on the starboard side, very useful because of the high freeboard of this boat. Once we come out of the cockpit, we're straight to the coach roof grab rails, which run all the way down to the foredeck well, so really handy. The coach roof here, we've got a hatch inset, we've got a couple of ventilators, but there's plenty of room for sitting, etc, etc. And I've just noticed we do have centre cleats on this boat as well, so that's really handy. We've got the fair lead there on the in the tow rail, and we've got a nice chunky centre cleat there as well, so happy with that. Looking up at the rig, you can see obviously there's a mast base there. We've got the sail cover there, which looks in reasonable condition to me, and you can see we've got some quite exotic ropes there, or cords, whatever you like to call them. But moving forwards, we don't really have to swing around the shrouds at all, to be fair, which is good and fairly unusual for a boat of this size. So not too much of a song and a dance getting around those to make our way to the forward coach roof or the foredeck. But you can see here the coach roof, really just lots and lots of room there, so you could sit out here on deck chairs, you could lie there on a sun lounger, etc, whichever you would like. A couple of hatches, a couple of ventilators for light and air down below. And then moving forward, you can see we've got the ubiquitous Moody well deck foredeck here. So we've got a lower down area here, which people seem to really like, because it means that you can work the sails, you can work the foredeck, you can work the windlass, the rope work, etc, and feel like you're a little bit down in the boat. Gives you that little bit of that little safe feeling. And of course we do have a couple of drains here to let any blue water that's come across your bow just disappear. So really good. Now this boat, I think she's been really set up for international cruising. We have a big rockner here, we've got a big powerful winch with a remote control. You can see we've got the jack stays fitted, and there are just clues all over the place about the fact she's been beefed up. We've got this big plate here, which I think is there to back up the windlass, so just looking for little clues like that as we go around the boat. So as we get to the bow, you can see I mentioned the 25 kilogram rockner. We do have, I think, a double bow roller there possibly. There may be room for a small one on the port side, perhaps not, I'm not sure, we would have to check. But you can see we have the roller reefing there, with the foresail is in place. I think the sacrificial strip is on its way, but that's not too much of a problem to fix. And just carrying on looking aft here along the length of the coach roof, you can see what a fine, sturdy, strong looking boat she looks, and I think I'd properly trust this boat to carry me through the worst of what can be thrown at us at sea. So carrying on back to the cockpit via the port side deck, again views of the coach roof, and there's the really substantial cockpit tent. So this has been Tim from Boatshed Yacht Brokers, taking you for a tour of the upper deck just to give you an idea of the layout of this Moody. If you'd like any more information, just go to boatshedbrighton.com for lots more pictures, videos and virtual reality. Have a great day.